In this lesson, we are going to create a backend API and return a list of products at this address. To get the source code of this lesson, go to the repository on GitHub, go to commits, and select video 7 create Node.js server. Here you will get all the code to create server in your site. Let's get to code. Here is the plan to create Node.js server. What I'm gonna do is to go to the Explorer and create a folder for backend. Right click on the empty space here and create new folder and set it to backend. Inside backend, we are going to create a Node.js project. To do that, open a new terminal and then go to backend. Run npm init, and for questions, just press enter to accept the default answers. Next step is gonna be updating package.json. By running npm init, we will have package.json inside backend folder. Right after the name, set type to module, because we are going to use import instead of require for importing packages. That's why we set the type to module to use ES6 module import and export. Save the file, and it's time to create server.js. Inside backend.folder, right click, new file, and set it to server.js. It's time to create our Express server. For this purpose, we need to install Express. Type npm install Express to install Express server on the Node project. If you check package.json inside backend, inside the dependencies section, you will see the Express here. Now that we have the Express, it's time to import it. Import Express from Express. The next line is gonna be creating Express app. Define app equal to Express is a function, just call it to return an object, which is the Express app. This object has a method named get, and this method has two parameters. The URL that we are going to serve, it's /API/products, and second parameter is the function that respond to this API. When user go to this address, we need to return products to the front end, to the user. This function accepts two parameters, request and response object. And inside this, we need to use rest.send to send back data to the front end. Here it's time to define data. But what I'm gonna do is to just go to the front end, src, and find data, press Ctrl C to copy this file, and then go to backend folder and paste it right here. Now you can use the data.js in server.js. Just type data here to get recommendation from this one, not this one, because we don't have access to the front end anymore. Select this import, so data should be imported in the same folder as server.js. Then type .products, save it, and define the port that we are going to respond for the backend. Define port. We try to get the port from the process.env.port, all capital. It's a convention to access to the free port. But if it does not set, we set the default port number, which is 5000. You can change it to whatever you like. After getting the port, it's time to call app.lesson. By calling app.lesson, the server starts and will be ready for responding to the front end. The first parameter for lesson is the port, and second parameter is a callback function that will run when the server is ready. Console log, I'm gonna show this message. Serve at http:// localhost colon, enter the port, put $ port, and change single quote to backtick literal to access to variable inside your literal string. Save the file. In 13 lines of code, we created a very simple server that can be accessed at this address. And for this API, it returns a list of products. Let's fix an issue in line 2. To import JS files, we need to put .js at the end of it. Save it, open your terminal, and type node, put a space, and enter the file name. Press enter, and that's it. It says serve at this address. Press Ctrl-click on it, and you will be redirected to localhost colon 5000. You will get this error because you didn't create any API for the root of your backend. That's okay, it's not a bug, but we are going to go for /API/products. Press enter, and there we are. We have a list of products as a JavaScript array, so we can use it in the front end for next lessons. If the result that you see in your screen is not beautiful and syntax highlighted like this, you can install JSON Viewer on your Google Chrome. To access to JSON Viewer, go to chrome.google.com/webstore and search for JSON Viewer. As a last part of this lesson, I'm going to install Nodemon, because if I want to have any change in the backend code, to apply the changes, I need to stop it by pressing Ctrl-C and run it again. But I'm not gonna do it. For this purpose, I'm going to install Nodemon to update the server when I have a change in the server code. To do that, stop the project and install Nodemon by save dev parameter. I'm using save dev because this package shouldn't be shipped to the production. It's just for development, and when the development is done, I'm not gonna use it anymore. In the package.json, we will have a new line, dev dependency Nodemon. It's time to use the Nodemon. It is super simple. Just go to package.json in backend and right in the script section, define start command and set it to this command, Nodemon, put on a space and enter server.js. Put a comma, save the file, and this time to run the server, we just need to run npm start instead of node server.js. As you see, nodemon.server.js will run and it listens to all changes in files in the backend folder. Let's say if I make a change here and save it, as you see, it restarts the server to apply the new changes. Great. That's it about this lesson. Let's review what we did. We created a npm project in backend folder and we installed Express package to create a web server. In the server.js, we created a path for /API/products to return list of products from backend, and also we installed Nodemon to reload our project when there is a change in the backend. That's it about this lesson. Until next lesson, bye-bye.